now. And I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with.
Kardashian is speaking out against Balenciaga over its controversial ad campaign. The brand, which Kardashian frequently collaborates with, released a holiday ad which appears to show kids holding teddy bears in bond.
$9.9 million worth of coke was all packaged neatly into Skim products, and then this particular person was caught.
So it looks like Kim Kardashian might finally be facing serious legal scrutiny after reports connected her name to a massive $10 million substance bust in the UK. Rumors online claim that Kim and her family could allegedly be tied to several questionable businesses connected to groups operating both inside and outside the U.S., and people are now speculating that federal authorities have been quietly investigating for months. Some fans are even saying Ray J may have been hinting at something bigger all along. According to online discussions, attention reportedly intensified after Kanye made multiple public accusations claiming the entire family was connected to illegal activity and underground distribution networks. Around the same time, social media users also pointed out that the family's name surfaced in conversations surrounding the recently discussed Epstein documents, where people online alleged involvement in financial crimes and exploitation claims. Supporters of Kanye now argue this explains why he previously claimed attempts were made to silence him when he started speaking publicly against the family. This entire situation gained even more attention after news broke that a truck driver was sentenced to prison for transporting $9.4 million worth of illegal substances hidden inside a shipment connected to Kim Kardashian's Skims brand. Reports claimed the driver was transporting 28 pallets of Skims products from the Netherlands when border officers intercepted the shipment at a port. The driver allegedly admitted he agreed to move the cargo in exchange for 4,500 euros. At this point, Kim herself has not been directly linked to the case. However, social media users have continued circulating screenshots and so-called receipts that they claim suggest deeper connections to suspicious business activity. Some online theories even accuse the entire Kardashian family of allegedly being involved behind the scenes. And interestingly enough, Kanye had already been trying to warn people. Shortly after the shipment story started trending, he reportedly made a quick Instagram post before deleting it, asking, "How do y'all think she got this rich?" followed by a laughing emoji. Not long before that, he had also posted several controversial tweets accusing Kim and her family of allegedly exploiting vulnerable women for wealthy clients. One of his posts even claimed the family strategically profits from the image and branding of their children. In another follow-up tweet, Kanye wrote that he believed his children were being placed around dangerous influences. At the time, many people dismissed his comments as emotional reactions during personal disputes, but now some supporters believe he may have been pointing toward something larger. Soon after those statements, internet investigators began digging into several businesses allegedly connected to the Kardashians that critics claim generate far more money than their public ventures. One of the most talked about examples was a church. Yes, a church. Back in 2009, Kris Jenner reportedly helped establish California Community Church. On the surface, it appeared to be a standard religious organization, but critics online began questioning the financial structure behind it. Reports claimed members were expected to contribute large monthly payments while also donating 10% of their income through tithes. Since churches in California can receive major tax exemptions, online commentators speculated that the setup could provide significant financial advantages for the family because the organization itself was allegedly tied directly to Kris Jenner. Things became even more controversial when people started discussing Lou Taylor, a business associate connected to Kim Kardashian, Diddy, and Britney Spears' conservatorship case. According to online rumors, Taylor was allegedly connected to the church's leadership structure. Some internet theories even claimed the church may have been used to quietly move money under the label of charitable donations. Critics alleged that these payments were disguised in ways that made them appear legitimate on paper, making it harder for investigators to determine whether the funds were tied to settlements or private agreements.
So,
Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund.
And this is where the story becomes even more controversial. Online speculation has been growing around claims that Kim allegedly worked alongside Lou Taylor at one point in an attempt to place Kanye under a conservatorship similar to the one people believe Britney Spears experienced. According to these rumors, the alleged strategy involved having medical professionals diagnose Kanye with conditions critics claim he may not have actually suffered from. Supporters of this theory believe those diagnoses could then have been used to justify placing him on heavy medications, including lithium, which Kanye himself has publicly spoken about before. People discussing the situation online argue that the ultimate goal may have been to push him toward a severe public breakdown that could later be used to damage his credibility and silence his accusations against the family.
And is, look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah.
So look at
what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now.
Yeah.
You can see there's not much of her left.
I'd like to sue my family, to be totally honest with you. I also would like to be able to share my story with the world and what they did to me, instead of it being a hush-hush secret to benefit all of them. I want to be able to be heard on what they did to me. By making me keep this in for so long is not good for my heart. I've been so angry and I cry every day. It concerns me. I'm told I'm not allowed to expose the people who did this to me. For my sanity, I need you, to the judge, to approve me, do an interview where I can be heard on what they did to me. And actually, I have the right to use my voice and take up for myself. My attorney says I can't, it's not good. I can't let the public know anything they did to me. And by not saying anything is saying it's okay. I don't know what I said here. It's not okay. I don't want to interview. I'd much rather just have an open call to you for the press to hear, which I didn't know today we're doing.
Oh, and remember what I mentioned earlier about the Kardashians allegedly appearing in discussions connected to the Epstein documents? Well, according to online reports, this goes beyond simple internet gossip. People began paying attention after claims surfaced that one of Epstein's alleged victims submitted a complaint connected to the Ghislaine Maxwell case that referenced possible ties to the Kardashian family. The complaint reportedly alleged that Ghislaine Maxwell had close relationships with members of the Kardashian circle and claimed the complainant's identity may have been used without consent. There were also shocking accusations suggesting biological materials and financial resources may have been connected to pregnancies and business ventures against the complainant's wishes. The allegations didn't stop there. According to the same claims circulating online, the complaint also accused members of the family of using the complainant's name and financial assets to help promote major business deals, including a cosmetics agreement reportedly worth hundreds of millions of dollars tied to Kylie's beauty brand. To be fair, a lot of people online weren't exactly shocked to see the Kardashian name connected to controversial headlines once again. Critics have argued for years that the family repeatedly finds itself surrounded by questionable situations and public scandals. Some of you may remember when Kim faced massive backlash a few years ago after participating in a controversial Balenciaga campaign that featured children holding teddy bears dressed in accessories many viewers believed looked inappropriate and disturbing. At first, critics accused her of staying silent while outrage spread across social media. But once public pressure intensified and sponsorship concerns reportedly started growing, Kim eventually released a statement addressing the controversy. In her response, Kim stated that, as a mother of 4, she was deeply disturbed by the campaign images and emphasized that the safety and protection of children should always remain a top priority. She also said that any attempt to normalize the mistreatment or exploitation of children should never be accepted in society under any circumstances.
Period.
Balenciaga thing. It was like, everyone was like, why aren't you speaking out? Why aren't you speaking out? And I'm like, wait, I'm not in this campaign. I don't know what's happening. Let me take a minute to research this. And then as soon as I saw what everyone was seeing on the internet and the reality of the situation, I completely spoke out and gave my thoughts on child and completely denounced it. But because I didn't say, "F you, Balenciaga," that's it, people got mad at that. So it's like, they're mad if I don't speak out. They're mad if I do speak out.
Anyway, going back to Kanye, many people online believe Kim allegedly became frustrated because he refused to stay quiet about the accusations and controversies surrounding her family. According to these theories, efforts to silence him reportedly went far beyond just medication rumors. Critics now claim there may have been a larger coordinated attempt happening behind the scenes to damage Kanye's credibility and keep him from speaking publicly. Back in 2016, Kanye was hospitalized at UCLA Medical Center following a mental health episode that reportedly resulted in him being admitted against his will. Later on, Kanye described the experience as deeply traumatic and said his bipolar episodes often made him feel extremely paranoid and emotionally overwhelmed. He also spoke publicly about medications like lithium, claiming they negatively affected his emotions, personality, and creativity, leaving him feeling disconnected from himself. The situation became even more controversial after Kanye's former campaign manager, Milo Yiannopoulos, made serious allegations involving Kanye's former dentist, Thomas Connolly. Milo claimed that Connolly allegedly introduced Kanye to heavy nitrous oxide use and accused him of contributing to the decline of Kanye's mental state. According to those allegations, Connolly and certain business associates were supposedly trying to financially benefit from Kanye while his mental health deteriorated. Milo even went as far as publicly describing Connolly as a dangerous individual who allegedly targeted wealthy African-American celebrities.
Kanye West is planning to sue his dentist for allegedly getting him addicted to laughing gas. The rapper's legal team claims Dr. Thomas Connolly gave West nitrous oxide during cosmetic dental treatments. The complaint alleges Connolly also taught West how to self-administer the gas and sent large tanks of it to his home. West claims he sustained neurological damage due to prolonged exposure to the gas. Connolly has not commented.
Kanye also shared what he claimed was a threatening text message from Harley Pasternak, a message many people interpreted as an attempt to pressure him into staying silent about what he allegedly knew regarding Kim and her family. According to screenshots Kanye posted online, the message suggested there were only a few possible ways forward. One option involved the two of them sitting down for what was described as a calm and respectful conversation, based strictly on facts rather than rumors or internet speculation. But the second option sounded far more serious and immediately sparked concern online. In the message, Harley allegedly warned Kanye that if he refused to cooperate, he could end up institutionalized again and heavily medicated, with Kanye supposedly returning to what the message described as zombie land. The text also referenced how his relationship with his children could be affected, which only intensified public reactions once the screenshots started spreading online. Now, if even part of these allegations turn out to be true, supporters of Kanye believe Kim may have far bigger problems ahead. Social media has been flooded with theories claiming federal investigators are continuing to dig deeper into the Kardashian family's business dealings, with critics arguing there have simply been too many controversies and suspicious connections over the years for everything to be completely innocent. As expected, the internet had plenty to say about the situation. One commenter wrote that the Kardashians could allegedly become the next major celebrity family to face serious legal consequences after other high-profile entertainment figures. Others pointed back to Kanye's earlier accusations involving secret networks and financial schemes, claiming celebrity brands are sometimes used as public-facing businesses while hidden activity allegedly happens behind the scenes. Some users even joked that the name Skims sounded symbolic, arguing it represented skimming money right in plain sight. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Kanye West repeatedly warning people about Kim and her family? And do you believe this controversy could seriously damage the Kardashian empire moving forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out the next video covering another major celebrity controversy.